Bro, y'all ain't got nothing in the hood. I look like a dope boy to you? No, I ain't like, come on, bro.
You know, I trust in God to deal with it the way that he see fit. You know what I mean? It ain't really else I. You know, he done got all the whippings, he done got the punting, he done did it, he done, you know, did everything as a child you could do to him. So now he gonna have to go through it. He gonna have to go through it and get through it. And ain't nothing me and mom.
This was the culmination of T.I.'s worst dread. King was sentenced by a judge to 5 years in prison, which means that even after years of trying to alter him, there is no going back. King allegedly accused his family of being responsible for his arrest and launched a nasty $25 million lawsuit claiming a portion of their riches. As it happens, he went insane once they cut him off after his arrest. It appears like he's finally paid for all of his bad decisions. Additionally, T.I. has given up trying to protect him. T.I. predicted in 2022 that King wouldn't be able to avoid jail time if he didn't stop acting like a false gangster. And he was spot on, sweetie.
Stop hitting me and getting in my comments, telling me what to tell King, okay? I know my son. Think I ain't spoke to my son? Think I ain't told my son, his mama, and his grandmamas, his ass going to prison. If you goddamn keep this shit up, his ass going to prison. Ain't no way around it. Ain't nothing I'm gonna be able to do about it. Can't nobody stop it but him. Yeah.
The entire incident started last October when King was pulled over in Dunwoody, Georgia after almost running into a police officer while exiting a petrol station. He actually got very close to killing himself, so the cops intervened to stop him. However, King's predicament deteriorated at this moment when the officer was assaulted by the potent smell of marijuana coming from King's car. His high was so strong that he almost hit the police. In addition, the officer saw a revolver on King's hip, which made matters worse. He had to run King's information through the system because of the pistol found with him, even though he couldn't arrest him for the drug because this incident happened in Georgia. King was compelled to depart and put in handcuffs as the officer inputted his details into the system. King, it turns out, had an arrest warrant issued for him in Pickens County for failing to appear in court over his 2022 charges of DUI, speeding, and driving with a suspended license. I told Mr. Harris that I would have to speak to him outside after unlocking the driver's side door, the officer said during the interrogation. Taking the rifle off his hip was easy for me. I got Mr. Harris out of the car and shackled him to keep him under control. I escorted Mr. Harris to my patrol cruiser, gave him a pat down, and seated him in the rear. King was arrested alone, even though he was in the car with 2 other males. The situation was further exacerbated by the fact that he was expecting a kid with his baby mother, Janiyah, at the time of the arrest.
And he just became a father, so I got 2 grandchildren now.
Wow, congrats.
Yeah, I got 2 granddaughters. I got a grandson on the way.
Wow.
King's about to have a son.
King's about to have a son. Congrats.
Yeah. And I told him I'm gonna make this the greatest gangster of all times. I will raise this child to torture you the way that you tortured me.
His arrest happened about a year ago, and the body cam footage of the incident was only recently released. King was shown to be his usual crash out, although the entire event clearly disturbed him. The body cam footage that was made public shows that he was doing his hardest to maintain his composure after realizing he couldn't just talk his way out of this.
I guess I'm in DeKalb County for the night, and they moving me. They moving me all the way to Jasper in the morning.
King was fighting T.I. as he was working additional hours to keep King from being caught up in his current situation, which is weird enough. One cannot make this up. Recall the brutal altercation he had with T during an Atlanta Falcons NFL game. Instagram Live recorded the entire event. King, have you ever woken up with a roach on your face? This question was heard at the beginning of the video. At 12, Tiny later took King's phone and revealed that King was sucking a dummy. And when they refused to give him what he wanted, he let out a baby-like cry.
King, have you ever woke up with a
roach on your face.
No, that's not the goal.
All right, then. So there it goes.
Or in your ear.
I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
had in the neighborhood with me that broke up my
roach in your ear?
Y'all wanna go to the bando in my neighborhood? Do y'all wanna go to the bando? Do y'all wanna go to the bando? To make him look better, he said he know not true. Silver spoon, I ain't never ate with that day a day in my life.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you the reason why he want to be over there. Y'all ready? Cause he can suck and pacify over there. See, he was 12 years old. He was sucking pacify.
I know you. What's wrong with y'all? Why y'all doing that to me? Y'all know me. You know I stand on business. You know I stand on business. Why you even letting somebody play with me like that? Why you letting somebody play with me like that? Why you letting him play with me like that? Why you letting him play with me like that? No, ain't no joking. Ain't no joking. What do you mean?
You are embarrassing yourself. You're embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself.
What is she talking about? Get off me, nigga. Man, get off me, nigga.
Well, you can't do nothing with me. Ain't shit you can do.
For all parties involved, this was a highly uncomfortable situation because King was a spoiled brat who was clearly trying desperately to be a thug because he thinks it makes him tough. It's also clear that T.I. and Tiny did not raise him well, which makes them feel ashamed. He will now be imprisoned for 5 years instead of becoming a father. Indeed, others thought that this child might be the catalyst for his life's transformation. But King has clearly gone too far for a newborn to follow him. It became clear after a while that T.I. and Tiny couldn't handle their own son. With his automobile crashing into a police officer and his car crashing into onlookers, he's essentially fighting them in public. This person has lost control, and it's too late to save him now. That's no laughing issue after 5 years. That equates to 5 years of his life behind bars. T.I. really said in 2022 that he had already come to terms with the notion that King would, without a certain wind-up, end up in prison. That seems like a defeated parent. And I'm not sure what else does.
Stop hitting me and getting in my comments, telling me what to tell King, okay? I know my son. Think I ain't spoke to my son? Think I ain't told my son, his mama, and his grandmamas, his ass going to prison. If you goddamn keep that shit up, his ass going to prison. Ain't no way around it. Ain't nothing I'm gonna be able to do about it. Can't nobody stop it but him. You know what I mean? I've already had that conversation. I've already made my peace with it. Because I know that energy. I was that energy. I know exactly how it's gonna turn out. You can.
May I take a selfie with you?
No, go ahead.
Please,
I'm in the middle of something. I'm in the middle of something, but go ahead. This is more important. Go ahead, come on.
Thank you.
All right, take it easy. Yeah. So I done already had that conversation with him, man. King's a good kid, chasing after the wrong and you know, I trust in God to deal with it the way that he see fit. You know what I mean? It ain't really shit else out. You know, he done got all the whoopings, he done got the punishment, he done did it, he done, you know, did everything as a child you could do to him. So now he gonna have to go through it. He gonna have to go through it and get through it. And ain't nothing me, his mama, or nobody else gonna be able to say about it, man. But I'ma love him all the way through whatever it is he going through. You know what I mean? And yeah, man, he gonna learn his lessons. Life gonna, ain't no, you know what I mean? Life is gonna teach him all the lessons.
Or still, it's hardly the worst part. People who know T and Tiny say that they just got into trouble with King after ignoring him and not paying his legal bills. They reportedly told him that they would keep helping his baby mama by looking after their son. King, however, will be left to face this 5-year term on his own and change his life. King, however, can't stomach it and is reportedly going to sue his parents for part of their fortune. Obviously, he will lose this because he has no claim to his parents' money. His current predicament is dire, and he is doing everything he can to get T.I. to assist him. However, the train is probably no longer at the station. If T.I. does not succeed in raising King, he will concentrate on ensuring that his grandchild does better than King. Seemingly a largemouth bass, the child must mature. Parenting is obviously ineffective. Not every child can be saved. I already knew this kid was going down a dark path after that last video of him acting like a punk to employees, stated another individual. Was given everything that he could have wanted, yet it wasn't enough. Does he not have responsibility? He's at fault. Little boy, you shut up so we're no longer out here. Now, though, I would want to know what you think. What do you think of King's 5-year sentence? Also, do you think I was right to cut him off? In the comments section below, kindly express your thoughts. Please click here to view this other explicit video.